Morgan from Key Fitness. I'm out here in the garden. Matter of fact, let me show you. Down here, the zucchini growing. Over there you got some tomato plants, squash. So Saturday made 3 weeks since Isiah, my son, competed in his second bodybuilding show, and he got first place in his category and fourth place in the overall, which in that category it was like 8 people. And the way it works, okay, so in his category, you know, his category based on his height, and so whoever's in that certain height range goes into a certain category. So short class go to short class. So you got A, B, and C based on your height. So if you're short, you may be in C. If you're a little taller, average height, which is my height, 5'10", you'll be in B, and then if you're taller than that, you'll be in A, and so on. So in his category, classic physique, he got first place. He won his class. And then in the overall is like all the ones that won their own class, they all come and compete together, come and compete against each other, the tall, short, in between, and whoever wins that wins the overall show. So like I say, first in his class and fourth out of 8 in the overall. When it comes to bodybuilding, the shorter person has the bigger advantage, because longer muscles or longer limbs takes longer to fill out. You know, when you're shorter, it doesn't take as long to fill out, or the muscles to get like full, when you're a shorter person. So he did great. I mean, first bodybuilding show. You got to think too, he only been training for 3.5 years, 3 or 3.5 years, and he lost 70 pounds total. Now, how did he lose 70 pounds? That's the question. That's the question I always get. How did he lose 70 pounds, and how did he get in the shape that he's in? Because he's in immaculate shape, and I helped him, you know, get in that shape. And you know, over the years I learned so many things in bodybuilding. My background is bodybuilding, and I still compete now in over 50 category. But I was into bodybuilding way back in the 70s and early 80s. This was back when bodybuilding was on ESPN. And back, I seen Arnold Schwarzeneggers compete. So you talking way back. I was always a fan of bodybuilding ever since I was 8. And my brother was always a fan of bodybuilding. He competed in his first show in 1989. So we got a long history of being in that sport. And you know, so Isiah had an advantage. You know, he had me to teach him over time, you know, how this thing works, the fastest way to get in shape, what works, what doesn't work. You know, in other words, I say to them all, the trial and error. And that's important part of having a coach or a trainer. A trainer is a shortcut to where you want to get to. You know, you cut through all the BS. They done been through it. Well, if you got a good one, they done been through it. They know what you should do and what you should avoid. And it's the shortcut to success to a degree. So how did he lose 70 pounds? For one, number one is diet and the type of training we did, and then consistency. So diet is number one. Okay, so he did, and I recommended. I don't know, because I was doing it, I just kind of fell into it by default. Started doing a keto diet, and the keto diet a little higher protein, so high protein keto diet, moderate fat, and with intermittent fasting. So he was only eating maybe once or twice a day, and pretty much that's his diet, right? Consistently. There is no, I mean, he cheated here and there, and he can cheat because he's in his early 20s. He's 25 now, so he can cheat and get away with stuff every once in a while, like once a week. But but yeah, so pretty much keto diet, that was number one. Higher protein keto diet, little less fat, healthy fats, avocado oil, olive oil, good quality, and hamburger meat, steak, little fattier cuts, that type of thing. Now I can't tell you, well, I can tell you his calories was around 2,100, 2,200 on a regular, and then we got closer to the bodybuilding show, we started to cut calories just a little bit. Always kept the ratio the same, probably 30% protein, 5% carbs, and 60% fat, 65, 35% protein, and kept it like that the whole entire time. To me, in my opinion, the keto diet is muscle sparing. Not only that, when you combine it with intermittent fasting, you get that autophagy effect, which it eats up any cells that shouldn't be there. For example, anything that's non-essential, excess skin and that type of thing, which he doesn't have to worry about. But at my age and older, autophagy is important because it does eat dead skin and excess cells that's not needed, because the body's going to burn up things that it doesn't need before it taps into essentials. So, and it's muscle sparing because it needs muscle because you're training hard. Now, here's what most people miss. You got to train hard. You got to train hard, and you got to be consistent. People don't want to, and I'm talking about people, probably more women than anything, don't want to hit the weights. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to hit the weights. If you want to get rid of any type of flabby muscle, tighten up muscle, you got to hit the weights. There's no exceptions. There's no way around it. And you have to train hard. And what I mean by hard, I'm not talking about like heavy, like my heavy, but your heavy. So if your heavy is 5 pounds, then that's your heavy. My heavy is 105 pounds, and that's my heavy. Weights are relative. Muscle only knows heavy is heavy. It don't care about a number. So his consistently of training hard, I mean, we train really hard. That's what makes your muscles hard and dense. Hard training makes your muscles hard and dense. I mean, you got to really push the muscle past its limit, so you give it a reason to grow. If you don't challenge your muscles, if you don't challenge anything in your life, it has no reason to grow. Challenge brings growth. That's everything. That's mind, and that's body, and it's also spirit. Things happen in our lives that challenge us, and when we go through that storm or through that challenge, we come out the end that much stronger. So I guess it's pretty simple. I don't know what else to say about it. A good diet, like I said, we use keto diet because your body's in a state of ketosis. It's in the fat burning mode. Now I guess the question is, should you stay on the keto diet? Is it healthy? Right now he's incorporating some carbs, but very low carb. So you figure maybe eating 1 carb a day and still maybe having cheat meals on the weekend. So when you get into a state of ketosis, you can add a carb a day depending on the person. Everything varies from person to person, but low carb and keto is the key to getting in shape, I believe. Other than that, if you add carbs, just say if you do like a traditional bodybuilding diet, which is chicken, rice, and broccoli, right? Well, before your body start burning fat, it has to burn through the carbs first. Carbs is just energy. Ketones is just stored energy, or just energy that your body uses as fuel. So your body uses two different fuel sources, and that's sugars, which is carbohydrates and sugar itself, and then you use ketones, which is fat. It doesn't burn fat, it burns ketones. It sends the fat to the liver to convert over as ketones to be used as an alternative fuel source if you don't have sugar or carbs. That's why you lower your carbs. Well, your body does not burn fat until those carbs are gone. So I don't think carbs are great if you're a person that's super heavy and want to lose weight, because you eat carbs, you got to burn it through the carbs first, and then it taps into fat. That's if you have your body trained to even burn fat. So you got any questions about what I'm talking about or this topic, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Anything in detail that I may have missed that you're curious about. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some weeds out the garden. It's Memorial Day, taking the day off from the gym, chilling out in the yard, probably go get the car clean, and yeah. All right guys, so I'll catch you next time.